Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matt and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. This is episode 3 of the Mumbo Jumbo MEGABASE tutorial series. Last time we built up these 8 frames of the towers here, and this time we are going to be filling them in with our iron blocks and our white concrete. If you didn't see either of the first 2 yet, then definitely go and check those out first and then come back and watch this one. And you guys know the drill by now, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Now, if you take a look at my hotbar there, you will see that I've absolutely filled it to the brim with white concrete blocks and iron blocks, and that it is scrolling very fast between all of them. Now, this is not something I'm doing manually and absolutely wrecking my mouse, Mumbo. This is something I'm actually doing with an auto-clicker type program that I've got running. It's basically just set to a very high rate of scrolling, and it's all doing that automatically in the background. So if you haven't used any kind of auto-clicker before, just Google auto-clicker. There'll be plenty of results that you can come up, and just find one that works for you, and that is the best way to set up a very rapid rate of scrolling like this. And if I place down some blocks with it doing this, you'll see that it's just going to randomly do it between iron blocks and concrete. Now, as with the other videos, we're going to be starting with these towers that are on the flat edges, not the diagonal edges. And the arrangement that you want to use for building up the white concrete and the iron inside of this, at least at the bottom here, is you're doing a square and you want it to be 1 block further in than where the edge is. Well, you want a gap. You want a gap from the edge. So here is the edge of where I built my outline. Here's the gap, and then here is where I'm building the square. And we're going to start building this up in that square like so. You're going to build up that square until it is the same height as this bit here at the front on the inside of the octagon, which should be 12 blocks high. And then once you've done that, obviously it's going to be higher at the back and the sides, but we're not going to worry about that yet. We're just going to be focusing on the front. So once you've done that, you're going to do a bit of a zigzag up here at the edge, so you've got something to be working off of, and then all of those you're going to extend across like this until you fill up this area here inside that diagonal slant. Once you've brought that up to here, so that like down there is a 1 block gap between the white blocks and the grey blocks of the outside, we're going to continue this by building it up to fill in this front section. And then continuing from here, we're going to keep on like we did down here. We're going to follow the edge of this zigzag. We're going to go up to here until we reach this bit going across here. Once you've done that, you can actually come back down to here, and we're going to do this section at the back now. So the first thing we're going to do is extend this up until it is level with this section of blocks right here. And then we're going to do the same as what we did to go up here. We're going to come up here following the line of this diagonal. And again, once you've done that, this is going to be the exact same that we did at the front section over there. We're coming up with a 1 block gap between this and our white blocks, and we're coming all the way up to where this diagonal is here. And then it's even more of the same once we reach the top here. I've already gone ahead and built this outline of where we're going to be placing the blocks in line with that diagonal slant. So now I'm just going to go ahead and extend all of these across so we fill in this area at the top. Once you reach the top, you need to build straight down from this top row of blocks until you meet that stuff you've already done down there. And then we will go on and finish off the sides of this thing. So by this point, you should have this band of white concrete and iron going all the way around the outside of your tower. So to fill in the sides, quite simply, all we need to do is come to where the sides are and build straight up all the way around until you hit that top layer of blocks, wherever that top layer happens to be at that point of the tower. And once you've done that, this first tower will be completely filled in with our iron and white concrete. That looks awesome. That looks really cool. In fact, I'm going to be Mumbo here for a second, and I'm actually flying around with a lighter and a rocket. And I'm going to fly out, and yeah, it looks cool from up here as well. So that is our first tower done. Let's go and take a look at how we're going to do the diagonals. So the diagonal towers should be exactly the same as the straight towers that we just did over there, in that they're going to start with this square that is set back by 1 block from the edges, and in the case of all the quote-unquote straight sides, they're going to have this 1 block gap, and on the slanted edges, they're going to be a little bit closer than that. They're just going to be set back enough so that they're just barely touching these blocks here at the edge, but they're not in line with it like this. They are going to be behind it like this. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and build this one up. If I come across anything while I'm doing that that is vastly different to what I did over there that I think needs a bit more explanation, I will stop and record some explanation for that. Otherwise, I will see you guys once all these towers are actually done. Okay, so I do think I should probably show you guys actually how I'm actually going to do these slanted areas. So as you can see, I've built up the initial square, same as over there, 12 blocks high, so that it is level with this. And then I've gone diagonally up towards the front from it like that. And because it's on the diagonal, that looks like this. And as you can see, so here is the edge of the inside edge. Whoops. Here is the inside edge of our slanted bit. So you have one block back from that. That is where the edge of our diagonal white blocks coming up from here is. And what we're going to do, we're actually going to come diagonally out from these ones. So let's start with this one, for example. I want to come this way. So I'm going to go like this to bring that one out. But then of course, we've got a gap underneath here. So this one, when we do the same, that will fill that gap in. So when we do this all the way up to the front there, that whole gap will be filled in. And if I look underneath it, you can see you've got a slight gap just behind these, which is very similar to the gap that we have over there underneath that. And then when you get up to here, you're going to go as far as this block here. So this is the edge. And when you come diagonally across from that, you've got the edge. There is your one block gap, and there are your white blocks. So that is how we deal with this kind of area here on our diagonal towers. Well, that took a while, definitely longer than I thought it would, but here we go. We now have all 8 of the towers fully complete and looking awesome. There's one more thing I want to work on in this episode, which is a bit more work on the outside of this octagon here. So as you can see from my hotbar, I've changed out all of that white concrete. So now I just have the single lot of iron and also some cyan concrete here. And we're going to go around the outside of the octagon. We're going to start here. We want a layer of iron. This is going to be one higher than your blocks of stone that we did at the beginning. And we're going to bring that iron out like this. And then when we get to the diagonals, we're going to zigzag it. The next layer is going to be cyan concrete. That goes like this, following the iron. And then at the diagonal, this one isn't actually going to zigzag. This is just going to be single blocks in a diagonal like that. And then we have more iron on the outside, doing the same thing as the first lot. And again, at the diagonal, this one is gonna zigzag, so that the whole thing is gonna look like that. And we're doing this all the way around the octagon. There we go, that is that octagon all done. But Mumbo's base doesn't actually just have the one octagon, and this is the outer one. It also has an inner one. So we're gonna do that as well. If we come to one of our straight sides, what you want to do is come to where you have your stone brick like this, find the center of it, which is going to be this block here, and we're going to come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. These blocks are temporary, by the way, they're just for measuring outer distance. At that 13th block, iron on the other side, cyan and iron, and we're going to turn this. This is going to be another octagon exactly like this on the inside. And if my calculations are correct, these straight sides of that octagon are going to be 55 blocks. So from this center block, go 20, hang on. Yeah, from this center block here, go 27 in that direction and 27 in that direction. Do the same for your straight sides and then connect them up with your diagonals in the same way that we did in our first episode. Well, it seems like I did get the maths right because that all looks pretty good to me. Oh, and I should probably mention, by the way, that when I say 55 blocks for this side length, that is the outside side length of this inner octagon. So just make sure you get that on the right side. Well, anyway, guys, that is definitely plenty to be getting on with for this episode. So I'm going to leave it here. And, well, I guess in the next one, we're going to have to start work on the massive tower in the center. So that'll be cool. Anyway, until next time, I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any more future videos. Also, drop a comment letting me know what you thought. But until next time, I have been Matt, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.